All right, and we also ask you please ensure that your lines are actively muted unless you are actively asking a question. And once again, if you do see questions, which we already have several here in the queue, please limit your initial questions to one question. And if we have time for follow-ups, we'll work our way back. Good morning, Coach Jackson.
Good morning.
Coach, as always, we sincerely appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to join us. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement recapping your team's most recent outing versus UT RGV.
Yeah, I played UT Rio Grande Valley, new program. They obviously they've got really good players, really good coaches. You can tell those guys have been together practicing for 2 years. I thought we spotted them 17 points, which you can't spot people 17 points regardless of what level you're on. And it took us a little while to get going and recover. I thought we finally recovered, came back and took the lead. Once we did that, we got ourselves in a situation to where we wasn't able to put the ball in the box and widen the lead, and gave them an opportunity to go down and score, and then we just couldn't get it back together. So tough lesson for us. We were talking as a staff. That's our first regular season loss since October of 2023. So it's a little bit different for us around here now. I was certainly encouraged by the way our kids came to work yesterday and looking forward to getting back on the field.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Dr. Cavill.
This was Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. You talked about starting off a little slow in there, but I want to go in the direction with the change in the quarterback through the game. It seemed to give a little bit of momentum offensively wise. Can you share with us what was the thought process of changing the quarterback?
Yeah, Doc, I thought we were stale. Offense wasn't moving. We had an opportunity when they started scoring. It's funny because football, offensive guys got their first 15 plays and they were hitting on all 15 when they started. And so we got the ball back and we could have calmed some of it down by scoring. And I just thought going 3 and out a few times, we didn't have any juice. And so finally we decided to make a change there, and it did create the spark we were looking for. We started scoring, we started moving the ball, sustaining drives. And so we just kind of kept it like it was after we made that change.
Thank you, Coach.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody there on campus are well. 1-1 as you go into week 3. You'll see Rice. Just talk about the perspective as you move forward, what your takeaways are so far.
Yeah, Mr. Hill, man, when I took the job, I told everybody we're here to win and be an FCS elite program. So certainly disappointed that we weren't able to be the FCS school on our level last week. But the deal stays the same regardless of who we're playing. We're here to win football games, regardless of the level, regardless of the resources, regardless of what anybody has. We're here to win football games. We're playing Rice this week. We fully expect to go out and beat Rice. I don't know any competitor that would say anything other than. That's just not my deal. We came here to beat everybody, PWI, HBCU, University of Hong Kong, anybody included. Like we're here to win. And so as we look at a really good Rice team and how they run the football and how they do some things differently from an offensive standpoint, we gotta get back on this horse, be fundamentally sound, and get ready to go down into Houston again and win a football game.
Next question goes to Doc Holliday.
Coach Jackson, how you doing today?
Good morning.
Going into the game, you held UTRGV to 2 of 11 on 3rd down. Also won the time of possession, but the only glaring issue that you had was the penalties, which was you had 9 of 74 yards. What are the things you want to try to clean up as far as when it comes to the penalties going into this game with Rice?
Yeah, disappointing in the penalties again. I think in 2 weeks we had 24 penalties. We do everything. I've heard you ask that question to some other coaches on the staff that I got a lot of respect for. We do everything that everybody else does. We show it to them. We practice them. We call them out. I was the referee all week. And here's the deal about penalties. When you come back on Sunday, some things ain't penalties. And I think we got to be really honest with ourselves, man. Everybody needs to clean up penalties, even the folks calling the penalties. Everybody needs to clean them up. And so we got to really, I'm tired of sending stuff in for review. Our kids ain't perfect. We do some things. We play an aggressive style of football, but some things just need to be better. And so we're gonna certainly continue to do our job on our end. We just hope that others do theirs.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Next question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Coach Jackson, despite the fact that you guys obviously didn't get the outcome that you were looking for this week, you can still meet all of your goals. So with that big picture in mind, how is the message of that, and how is the framework of that being transferred to the players and their mindset and their outlook just even after the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I'll say this with all due respect. We can meet all of our goals in our conference. We're missing some things from a national landscape. And I just don't come from that. I come from, if they're on the schedule, we should win. And so, yes, we can still, but that's seeking comfort in our opinion. When you just go to point to something on why, oh, we lost, but we can still meet our goals, that's seeking comfort. And we just don't do that here. We didn't play well on Saturday. I'm the reason that happened. I didn't coach well. And so we got to really get back to the grind and clean it up. And when the time comes for us to get back in the conference play, we need to be ready for that. But until then, we need to be ready for Rice. And so we don't sit around here and talk about what can be. We talk about what was and then go, okay, how do we fix it so that never happens again? I think we play this team that we played again in 2027. We need to be ready for that. But we're here to get this football program done from a national perspective. And when you lose an opportunity to beat somebody else outside of your conference, you're taking away the opportunity from your program to be nationally recognized. But, we'll get back and get ready for a good Rice team.
Appreciate the transparency, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Jason Bristol.
Morning, Tremaine. You mentioned the offense stale and I guess maybe the team in general lacking juice, but maybe it was just the offense and being down 17-0. Do you attribute any of that to the emotional win over Texas Southern, or is that too lazy to point to that?
Yeah, I'm quite sure. Good morning to you, Jason. I'm quite sure that has something to do with it. And you win an emotional game. Those things can hurt you or they can help you, right? And I just think from a maturity standpoint, we've got to grow up internally. And I'm talking about our players, our fans, our alums. We held on to that thing a little bit too long. We had people coming here Saturday asking to take a picture with the trophy. That our kids see that. And so what we're trying to teach is a culture of winning consistently and having high expectations across the board. And I do think that had something to do with it. But ultimately, I just didn't get us ready to play like I should have. I felt it. I knew it. I need to be better. And we'll certainly get that done.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Terrence Harris.
Hey, Tremaine, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Hey, quick question. Are you staying the course with your quarterback situation, or are you going to make a change? How are you going to move forward with that?
We'll see who practices good this week. I mean, I always told myself that I wouldn't be one of those coaches saying that we would get back to the basics after a loss, right? We'll get back to the basics. We just try to stay basic. And our basic way of doing things is whoever competes the best all week starts on Saturday. And so we'll kind of get back to that, and we'll see how it goes.
Thanks, Coach.
Next question goes to Mona Stapleton.
Good morning, Coach Jackson. How you doing?
Morning.
So I kind of took my question about the quarterback, but Rockwell, your receiver, did have a 98-yard effort. The offense still struggled to finish drives. How much of that falls on quarterback play, and what are you going to adjust offensively against Rice?
Yeah, it doesn't fall on quarterback play. It falls on me. And so what we're going to do is get off this call with y'all and go in here to this meeting and get our problems fixed. It starts and it ends with me when you're in this seat. We're not going to sit around and blame players. Obviously, I did a bad job of getting them ready to play. And that just is what it is. And so I can fix me. That's the one thing I can fix. I can't control the ticket prices and popcorn and all that, but I can fix me. And so we're gonna certainly get this fixed, because I told everybody why we're here. I mean that, and we still stand on that.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Coach, we sincerely appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you. Go Panthers.
Thank you.